Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. This is a regular meeting of the Newburgh Enlarged City School District Board of Education. And welcome, everyone. We have an awful lot of people here tonight. We have awards to give out, a lot of recognition. So welcome to the people out front. Welcome to the people online. We're going to begin tonight with the roll call.
Miss Christine Bello,
Here.
Miss Thomasina Bello, Miss Boucher, Mr. Bergarelli,
Present.
Miss Burks,
Here.
Mr. DeRay,
Present.
Mr. Howard,
Present.
Mr. Levenstein,
Here.
Miss Politi.
All right, next up, we have student recognition for our math students, which is going to be Dr. O'Grady.
Actually, it's going to be the wonderful, talented Miss Matthews and Mr. Conti. So if you want to come on up here, wherever you are. They're outside. They have all of our certificates and our names, so this is a challenge. She's getting them? Okay, great. All right, worth the wait. Here we go. Miss Matthews and Mr. Conti, come on up.
All right. Good evening, everybody. All right. Good evening, Board of Education members, Central Administration, and members of the community. The fifth grade elementary math meets of Newburgh Enlarged City School District took place for a total of 5 sessions this school year with the scholars selected mantra of math is a journey, not a 81 fifth grade scholars across the district were selected to participate in the 2025-2026 math meet competitions at the Newburgh Unity Armory Center. 9 students from each elementary school were selected to participate based on New York State math test scores, iReady scores, report cards, and teacher recommendation. During these meets, students were combined into 9 teams, and each team had a representative from all 9 elementary schools.
There were a total of 5 meets. The first meet was a meet and greet with icebreakers, the creation of team names, and the decision of a meet mantra, and 1 competitive math problem to give students exposure to how the competition would work. The second, third, and fourth meets each contained 3 competitive math problems, where teams were accumulating points, and on the 5th and culminating meet, there was an elaborate escape room experience, which was an exciting event for everyone involved.
Each meet included personal videos from NECSD alumni with advice on how they use math in their career. These videos included both college and career tracks, such as a lawyer, a local judge, a biomedical engineer, an MBA financial analyst, a world-renowned physician that specializes in bone marrow transplants, a Division I NCAA football coach, a Division I NCAA basketball coach, an electrician, a New York City Rockette, and a player for the Harlem Globetrotters. We are always looking for more NECSD alumni, so please feel free to contact us to share your wisdom with our scholars.
We would like to thank the building leaders elementary math specialist, and Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction Elementary, Dr. Shannon O'Grady, for their presence and support in giving students this unique opportunity. We would also like to offer special thanks to Mr. Duray, Mr. Howard, and Mr. Levenstein for attending our final Math Meet escape room and working with our scholars. Thank you.
We also want to thank all of our wonderful parents and guardians for sharing your students with us. We appreciate it. Participation certificates will be distributed to all of our scholars who participated this year, all 81 of them. We would like to congratulate all of our scholars for the efforts in these events, and we wish them much luck as they enter the grade that's the square root of 36 next year. You'll learn about that next year.
Tonight, we have the distinct honor to present our district's first, second, and third place team for the 25-26 school year. We'll be reading all the names of all participants, so some of them are not present with us this evening, but when you hear your name, come forward and get your certificate and awards. We are starting with our third place team, the Math Makers. On that team were Mason Travis, Owen Wade, Sienna Torres, London Locklery, Martin Simmons. Zoe Moncrief, Isabella Trin, Felix Park, and Fernando Espinosa. Our second place team were the Math Keys with Sebastian Rowland, William Smith, Bryce Santo, Allison Hiron, Giovanni Wilson, Lacey Hegarty, Emma Menini, Jalen Ochoa, Cameron Senavoy. And our first place team, the Big Nine. The first place team will also be receiving a calculator in addition to the awards. We have Shayla Bay, Christian Morales, Miriam Day, Jason Mendez Paez, Emmett Lassiter, Grayson Carter, Ava Carswell, Christian Fajardo, Alexander Imastrosa. Thank you once again for a successful Math Meet season, and we look forward to all that these scholars will accomplish in the coming years. Thank you.
And congratulations to all you families. They didn't do this alone, so well done. And thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Jacqueline Manning Campbell, because nothing in this district happens without her leadership.
Yes.
Okay, we're at student recognition for athletics. Dr. Soto.
Good evening, Mr. President, Superintendent Manning Campbell, Board of Ed, folks in the audience. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our Director of Athletics, Mr. Herrera. So tonight, okay. I love it. So, as many of you know, the role of an athletic director exceeds far beyond the scoreboard. It is about fostering discipline, teamwork, character in our student athletes. And under his direction tonight, Mr. Herrera joins us in celebrating the hard work and dedication of our young men and women who represent our schools on the fields, the courts, pool, and in the community. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Herrera to share this year's highlights and recognize our students, our outstanding student athletes.
Thank you, Board. Thank you for letting me be here tonight to speak on the celebrations that we have here. Thank you, everyone, for being here to celebrate our students. Bienvenidos todos. Muchísimas gracias por tenernos acá y por estar acá con todas las familias para celebrar a nuestros estudiantes. I want to start with saying that if you haven't, please follow us on our athletics page, social medias, on our Facebook page, Instagram page. We consistently highlight our students and everything that's happening in our district. Starting with, so I'm going to get very excited because really, this has been a historic winter season. And these things are up there, when I say the accomplishments that we've had, they've been some tremendous accomplishments. I'm facing the parents this way, so I hope you can hear me because I want to see everyone's faces when I say we had 3 Section 9 titles this winter season. To understand, a section title requires tremendous amount of work where you genuinely have to be firing on all cylinders from top to bottom when it comes to amazing coaching, to 100% dedication of every single student. I can't emphasize how much it takes to win a section title. Starting with cheerleading winning their first section title in a very long time. I'm looking to see our record boards and different things that need to be updated, but it's been a very, very long time since cheerleading has won the section title. I know Monroe Woodbury won it for about almost a couple years in a row, but our girls won the section title and went on to compete in states this year. So cheerleading won a section title. We could give them a round of applause. Our girls basketball team won a section title for the first time in 21 years. Our unified bowling team went undefeated to win their section title. As Dr. Soto said, it goes beyond just sports and winning. So this is a picture of the section title, but to give a little background of, like I said, the lengthy things that an entire program does. Our cheerleading program not only went to compete in states, but character. We had one of our own, Kayla McMillan, won the Sportsmanship Award at States. Our cheerleading team has consistently been active in the community doing the Read Across America program, where they're continuously involving themselves with the elementary schools and reading to our youth programs. This year we did something different. It is our new annual cheerleading showcase, where we invited the youth cheerleading goldbacks, and we had an event that was strictly all about cheerleading, from down to the youth, all the way at every single level, and we celebrated our seniors specifically that year. What made that special is that usually, in many aspects, the cheerleaders are celebrated with the football seniors at the same time. This year, we wanted to celebrate them on their own, and it was a tremendous event. It was packed out. So that was the start of annual cheerleading showcase. Lastly, something you'll see in common with success of our students is scholar athlete teams. Cheerleading was a scholar athlete team, which means to be a NISFA scholar athlete team, 75% of your team has to have above a 90 average, and they received that award this year. Section 9 champion girls basketball team. Not only did they win the title, but they defeated a private school to continue on to play another private school. That's something else that we could talk about later, but they went down the line to essentially go all the way to the regional finals, where they eventually lost to the state champions. So that's the level that our girls were playing at this year. As I said, historic year. We had our very own TT Burden break the all-time boys and girls. Finished with 1,878 points total and won the Section 9 Player of the Year. TT and Callie McCoy were also selected to be part of the All-Star team, which our basketball coach, our goalbacks coach, Matthew Greenbaum, was selected as the All-Star Section 9 basketball coach. Let's just throw in there that he was also selected as the Coach of the Year, which is a tremendous accomplishment. So if I could just have Coach Greenbaum come up. This is the second plaque for the section title, and I forgot to mention the league title for the girls and the sportsmanship award patches. Wow. Thank you, Coach. Like I said, something you'll see in common is the girls' basketball team was also a scholar athlete team in New York State. Our third section champion. Outside of Unified Bowling winning this section title, we also had, as I said, a prestigious level to win a title, but it's also to qualify as individual in individual sports to go compete at states. We had two boys from the boys bowling team qualified to go compete at the state level. They went to the state championships, which is Gage Simanowitz, Jared Bryan. And also from the girls bowling team, Candace Bryan went to compete at the state championship tournament. And the award that we always aim to reach, all three of the bowling teams got the NISFA Scholar Athlete Team Award this year. Outside of just winning, as I emphasized, we really have a mission of just creating not just better athletes, but better people. And at the forefront of that, the coaches, we have some phenomenal coaches. There was an award given that is given by the Referees Association. The Referees Association single-handedly chooses a coach to give this award to. It's called Tim Taravella Award, and this award was given to our boys basketball coach, Coach Jason McAllister, Jr. I want to emphasize that award is very character-based on sportsmanship and professionalism, and he brings this every day to our boys program. Now, we have so many people here, and it's a lot, and it's unbelievable that we have this much to highlight. Now we go to wrestling. Competing at the Wrestling State Championship qualifiers were William Coughlin, Will Soto, and Mateo Morello. They qualified to compete in states this year. Once again, making history, we had Will Soto place third at the Division I Wrestling Championships, earning a state medal, and he became the first four-time All-State wrestler in school history. Will is here, and I wanted to add that Will also is right now wrestling for the Puerto Rican national team and has verbally committed to Penn State. In line with the highlight of our students, it's always backed up by tremendous coaching. We have an amazing staff all around, but this year our assistant varsity wrestling coach, Coach Nick Canetta, was voted the Section 9 Assistant Wrestling Coach of the Year. Not another team falls behind, but wrestling was also a NISFA Scholar Athlete team for this year. In our boys swimming team, we have one swimmer who qualified for states. That is Connor Murray. He placed second with the second 200-yard freestyle and was a state qualifier with that swim record. And to add in there, swimming was also NISFA Scholar Athlete Team of the Year. Now, our track athletes are the only ones that aren't able to be here today. We just had a track meet. We hosted a home track meet just a little while ago. It probably is finishing up right now. We were able to celebrate, too, our new record board. In that record board is the state records that we've had from previous goldbacks. And I go back to, having a full board like that of state records is something amazing. It's an inspiration. It's what I'm hoping that everyone gets inspired and sees that the greatness that comes with that and strives for that. And these students aren't here today, but these were the state qualifiers also for our indoor track, which is Roman De Alfonso. He set a new school record in the weight throw and qualified for the state championships. Jaden Williams will also be going on that record board. He set a new record for triple jump and also qualified for states. Other boys state qualifiers were the long jump for Jaron Underwood and the relay team, Gwen Lodge, Brian Arenas, Gianni Graham, and Jaron Underwood qualified to states for indoor track. We had one female athlete, Gabrielle Robles. She competed in the Section 9 intersectional relay. She placed 5th overall at the New York State Indoor Track and Field Championship and 5th at the Federation Championship, so she earned 2 state medals. Lastly, we aim, like I said, to really give a holistic, well-rounded education when it comes to athletics as an extension, really focusing on character-based and academics. And here you see I want to celebrate all our scholar athlete teams from the fall and the winter. Our fall teams were cheerleading, girls cross country, boys cross country, girls soccer, girls swimming, girls tennis, girls volleyball. And right now, like we said in the winter, all our bowling programs, boys swimming, cheerleading once again, competitive cheerleading, girls basketball, girls indoor track, and boys wrestling. Congratulations to everybody on an amazing season. I'd like to say to the board, thank you once again for allowing me to highlight this historic moment, this historic time that we had this year, and I look forward to seeing you in the spring.
So thank you so much, Mr. Herrera. I just would like to share my colleagues' sentiments that under our superintendent's leadership, Dr. Manning Campbell, Mr. Herrera has been able to elevate our programs, not only seen competitive success, but have truly exemplified the spirit of our district. And I'm really proud of that. Thank you.
Mr. Mr. Howard, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have such a large audience here today, and I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out. But would it be possible, I know it's going to take a couple minutes, but would it be possible to acknowledge each team independently and have them stand so we can recognize them?
The audience votes yes. The audience votes yes.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You recognize girls cheerleading? Right, congratulations, girls. Section 9 title winners, girls basketball. Unified bowling, section 9 campus unified bowling. We also have our boys and girls bowlers, Jared, Candace, and Gage. Go up. Oh, Gage left? Okay. So, C qualifiers. Now, for wrestling, our state qualifiers and state multi-state champion, Will Soto, Willing Coughlin, and Mateo Morel. Boys swimming, representing boys swimming, is our state qualifier, Connor Memory.
Thank you. Before we move on, I am sure I'm speaking for the entire board on this one, but there's not a more wonderful way to begin an evening. We have, even right on the board right now, 15 teams, scholar athlete teams in our district, and that is worthy of praise. They're some great young people. With that, we are going to move on to executive session. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby recesses into executive session for the following purpose: matters made confidential under FERPA, matters leading to the employment of particular employees or corporations, employment history of employees or corporations, collective bargaining under the Taylor Law, and to obtain advice from legal counsel. If I can get a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second. Roll call. Ms. Christine Bello?
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. DeRay?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
All right, we're back in public session. Next up, Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Howard will lead us tonight. Thank you, Mr. Howard. We're moving on to item 3, public comment on agenda items. All speakers and observers must conduct themselves in a civil manner. Obscene language, statements known to be defamatory by the board president, threats of violence, statements advocating racial, religious, or other forms of prejudice will not be tolerated.
First person signed up to speak on agenda items is Ms. Deb Boulay.
Hold on. There we go.
Deboulay Newberg. I'm speaking on item 9.5. Our reading proficiency scores reported by New York State have been low for years, and the same reading system, ARC, has been used here since 2019. I remember sitting in these seats that were the other way around and listening to paid consultants tell 5 board members still here and their superintendent that the ARC program chosen by NECSD was not meeting expectations. They went further to say that for the students with disabilities population, it worked even less effectively. And after that presentation, those on the board allowed ARC to continue under the recommendation of the superintendent. On June 4th, 2025, Acting Superintendent Dr. Bowen presented a literacy plan for the district. In it, she asked for an add of Wilson certified teachers and 1 facilitator. One of those reasons for the ask was because educators who are Wilson certified have special skill sets to be able to intervene in reading and use techniques and strategies that have been proven to work. Another very important reason is because I'm told that there are not enough Wilson certified teachers here to fulfill the legal requirements of IEPs. What is written in individualized education plans must be done. If an IEP states that a student must receive Wilson instruction, then they must. If there are not enough teachers, we do not meet the needs of our students and we're held legally responsible and therefore face fines and worse from the state. Since the return of the superintendent, I've seen people who were appointed last June to take that Wilson training have their appointments rescinded, or they have quit. Tonight, there are 2 more appointments being rescinded just about a year later. So how are we planning to fulfill the requirements of the IEPs? I am told that there are only a number of minimal amounts of certified reading teachers in the district, yet we have 1,872 students with disabilities according to New York State's reporting. The board approved the cost for that Wilson training for the 25-26 school year for a total of $135,289, and it included that the trainings be done by the top Wilson people who are nationally recognized. Also in that acting superintendent's plan was the change from ARC to the state-suggested science of reading. The board approved paying for training for the Reading League for an entire year last June, and I'm advised that this superintendent has refused teachers from taking that prepaid training. I've also been advised that there are certain school building basements that are filled with new and unused books from ARC. They are obsolete and developmentally inappropriate and do not adhere to the science of reading. For example, for some primary kids, it's required that they complete graphic organizers that most 5th graders would not be able to do. Some force kids to memorize word shapes instead of teaching them to decode phonemes. And that acting superintendent mandated handwriting instruction and bought elementary the materials for cursive. There's loads of research about the importance of handwriting to literacy. I'm advised that the teachers did not receive training and are trying to learn it on their own. According to last year's New York State ELA tests, this is the percentage of students by grade that can read at or above grade level. Grade 3, 34%, grade 4, 40%, grade 5, 48%, grade 6, 31%, grade 7, 35%, grade 8, 36%. Therefore, only 37% of our kids in grades 3 through 8 can read at grade level, and some tested at 3 or more years below grade level. So what did we allow to be spent on the failed ARC program? $8,551,173 so far. So I'm asking you, what have you done and what are you going to do? Thank you.
Thank you.
The next person signed up to speak is Ms. Dawn Fuchek.
Good evening, Dawn Fuchek. I reside in the town of Newburgh. I'd like to thank the Board of Education for bringing forward Resolution 12.3. This resolution directly addresses a critical need for the children in our community. Drowning remains the leading cause of death for children under the age of 4 and the second leading cause of death for children ages 5 to 14. According to the CDC, drowning rates are notably higher among children of color, making it essential that we actively engage and invest in prevention efforts within these communities. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Jay Mady, the Kiwanis Club, and the United Brain Association for their efforts in securing funding for this program. Your commitment is making a meaningful difference to the children of Newburgh. Thank you all for recognizing the importance of water safety and access to swimming instruction for young children, especially here in the Newburgh community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Sarah Maida. Mr. Dennis Grant.
Good evening, Dennis Grant. I want to talk about 10.5 resolution to authorize property tax refund to court order, significant property tax refund. I understand that it was $62,516 and of course 72 cents, never forget that, over the last 3 years between 2022 to 2025. I bring this up because it appears concerning of possible overassessment issues. Also, maybe, possibly, weak defense in the particular tax case, or did Cerrone Place, LLC, give proof of the type of property it is? Or more tax refund by court order can lead our school district to start moving monies, or, there's a lot of ors, or coming to the good old taxpayers. Just throwing that out there. And also, my ending questions are, what were the specific findings in the risk assessment, and how will the public be informed now and then for the future? How many tax certiorari cases, like the $62,000 refund, are we as a district are facing annually, or in the court, or that has been recently realized? And the last one, what matrix are we using to measure success of the after-school programs? Okay, so thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Tracy Wallace.
Good evening. My name is Tracy Wallace. I am speaking as a community member, not as a representative of my employer or any other committees I'm on. Today I'm speaking on Resolution 910 regarding the approval of the Newburgh after-school homework help appointments. First, I want to acknowledge that expanding academic support through after-school programming is a positive step. Providing students with structured time and support to complete homework can improve outcomes, build confidence, and reduce stress for families. However, I do have several important questions and considerations to ensure that this program is truly equitable and accessible to all students. For exceptional learners, will this program include intentional support for students with disabilities, including those with IEPs and 504 plans? Will staff be trained to support diverse learning needs, and will related services or accommodations be available during these sessions? Transportation access. Will transportation be provided for students who stay after school? Without transportation, many students may not be able to participate, which could unintentionally limit access to those who need it most. Eligibility and grade levels. What grade levels are included in this program? Is this available to all students who need academic support, or only those meeting a specific criteria? I strongly encourage the district to ensure that this is open and accessible to any student who needs help. Family and language support. Many parents may not understand the current curriculum, or face language barriers. This program has the opportunity to serve as a bridge, not just for students, but for families. Are there plans to incorporate multilingual support? While offering help on Tuesdays and Thursdays is a great start, I encourage the district to consider expanding availability. Many students need consistent, ongoing support, and 2 days a week may not be enough to meet the current demand. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's nobody else signed up to speak on agenda items. If you would like to address the board on an agenda item, please come to the podium. Okay, we'll move on to non-agenda items. First person signed up to speak on non-agenda items is Ms. Deboulay.
It's wonderful that our unified sports team has been recognized. They're kind and loving humans and are wonderful athletes. I have applauded this program for years. We have students in wheelchairs and who have disabilities that do not allow them to play basketball or bowling. Unified Bocce was made an official Section 9 sport last year and had its inaugural season in September 2025 and did not include our unified sports team. I had been assured that the money for busing and supervision for the fall 2025 bocce season was included in the voter-approved budget. However, right before the season started, it was not there anymore. Unified Sports was denied their right to equal access because I'm told that this district decided that although bocce is classified on Section 9 written materials and their website as a sport, this district is choosing to call it a club, and as such requires these beautiful kids to fundraise on their own to raise the approximate $6,000 for the bocce season. Other districts paid for the unified sports teams to participate in bocce. Under the Individual with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, districts must offer extracurricular athletics that afford qualified disabled students an equal opportunity for participation to the maximum extent appropriate. Unified Bocce is not included in the 26-27 budget either, I'm told. And once again, these athletes are not receiving equal treatment, in my opinion, and I believe under the law. What perhaps is most troubling to me is at the very same time that this team was told that they couldn't play in the sport, the superintendent of schools purchased new furniture for her office. My FOIL request to the board clerk for the actual invoices has not been completed. I'm asking you again to find the money. We have a proposed $394 million budget, and you can't find $6,000 to fulfill our duty to this team. I strongly suggest that you do the right thing.
Thank you.
Ms. Carol Maida.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Is that right? Sorry. Okay. Good evening. I wanted to speak this evening. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to speak this evening about what our district and community deserve. As some of you may know, I've been involved with the district for many years. And what I have seen firsthand is that our district's diversity is its strength. Our students learn in an environment where there's diversity of thought, life experience, perspective, religion, economic circumstances, race, gender, and on and on. It is how students develop empathy and become citizens who can work collaboratively to learn from one another and find shared understanding. With that said, I am here to implore you to consider a policy that would restrict people from the same family from serving on the Board of Education together. We need this policy for many reasons. An effective governing board brings individuals with different experiences and opinions to the table. We need a school board that reflects our community. Family members are likely to share similar values, priorities, and possibly worldviews. Debate is less robust, and the perspectives of those who are vulnerable and who have been marginalized will be overshadowed. One has to look no further than the 2024-25 school year board votes to see what that looks like. Over more than 1,000 recorded board votes during that school year, involving the two families now serving or seeking election, two members of the same family voted the same way 100% of the time. Two members of another family voted the same way nearly 99% of the time. And the two families voted together roughly 96% of the time. One can only assume that adding a fifth to that will be more of the same. When multiple members of one or two families serve on the same board, it also necessarily stifles creativity. A school board benefits from a variety of ideas and perspectives. When two or more seats are held by relatives, that creativity and diversity of thought is necessarily reduced. That means less creative problem solving, less variation of culture and religious perspectives, or lack of gender or racial diversity. We need a school board that reflects our community it serves, and that is impossible when five people from two families are taking up more space than they have any right to in our community. Finally, it creates the unavoidable appearance of conflicts of interest and is ripe for abuse. It raises questions about impartiality and the influence of family loyalty. Even when family members genuinely attempt to vote independently, this perception alone erodes public trust. Our students deserve thoughtful and empathetic trustees who see the value of the voices of every member of our community. They deserve trustees who have the good sense not to try to fill the board with people who think and look like them, who respect and honor different people, and who understand the basics of effective governance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Dawn Fuchek.
Tonight, I speak about an issue that speaks directly to public trust, transparency, and the integrity of local governance, specifically the potential for multiple members of the same family to serve on this Board of Education. I understand that under New York State education law, individuals who are related but not residing in the same household may legally serve on the same school board. This is not in itself a violation of law. However, what is legally permissible is not always what best supports the appearance of fairness and the public confidence that this board relies on to function effectively. It is also strongly recommended that related individuals should not constitute more than 49% of the board to prevent conflicts of interest. Best practices should ensure that diverse perspectives are on the board. The Newburgh and Large City School District Board of Education is entrusted with decisions that impact thousands of students, families, educators, and taxpayers. That responsibility requires not only fairness in practice, but also the clear appearance of fairness in all decision-making processes. When multiple members of the same family serve together on a governing body, it can raise concerns, fair or not, about concentrated influence, aligned voting patterns, or reduced independence of thought. Even when all individuals act with integrity and good intent, close familial relationships within a governing board can create perceptions of partiality, discourage open debate, and narrow the range of perspectives that are essential for strong, balanced decision-making. I respectfully ask the board to consider not only what is allowed, but what strengthens public confidence in this institution. Transparency, independence, and diversity of viewpoints are essential to maintain trust in the governance of the Newburgh and Large City School District. Situations like this, whether now or in the future, particularly with the possibility of more than 49% of the board being closely related, warrant careful consideration by this board. I encourage the board to proactively consider whether additional guidelines, norms, or policies are needed to reinforce public confidence and ensure that all decisions are made with the highest level of objectivity and accountability. Legality does not always align with what is considered right or in the best interest of the community. Thank you for your time, your service, and your commitment to the students and families of the Newburgh and Large City School District.
Thank you.
Ms. Sarah Maida.
everyone. Sarah Maida. I am also going to talk about our ask for the Board of Education. So we are hoping that we will see a board policy that limits family members, even those residing in the same, I'm sorry, even those not residing in the same household, from serving on the same Board of Education. I think you all have heard from us before. You've heard a lot about why we have that position, why we're asking for that, sort of on a big picture level. I think it's important to kind of talk about it a little more on a granular level as well, though. So why do we have these laws, and why are we asking for this specifically for our Board of Education, right? Conflict of interest laws and policies are really about, among other things, like concerns about undue influence, right? That one member of a board may have influence over another for a variety of reasons. When we're talking about family members, the possibility of that, whether they're in the same household or not, is really great, right? It could look like one household member having financial power over another. Perhaps they're in a position where they're the ones who own the home and the other person is paying rent. Perhaps it looks like a family member who's providing free childcare. Any of those things are reasons that one board member may have influence over another board member. And those are just two examples, right? Our families, we're entangled in all kinds of ways. How many people here have had a family member pay for a vacation? How many people have loaned a family member money? The fact that those things happen within households, within families even beyond households, are the reason that boards generally don't want this. And it's why we don't want this now. We already had 4 board members, and you've heard from some of the other people who have spoken here about why they were essentially a voting bloc, why it's not like having independent board members. More than 95% of the time, it was like having 4 people, 4 votes, 1 brain, right? And that's a problem. But more to the point, the problem is that any time these folks are serving on a board together, there is the potential that one is beholden to the other in a way that is not typical of random people who happen to serve on boards. There's just too much potential for abuse. And we've already seen here what the potential outcome is. We don't know why they vote together all of the time. We don't know that, and we shouldn't have to. And we shouldn't have to guess that these are good actors. How do we know that one isn't financially beholden to the other, and that's why their votes go one particular way? And so I think that this is good policy regardless of who the candidates are, but we have to look no further than the candidates we have in front of us right now to see why all of these entanglements are so problematic. So what I'm asking for ultimately is I'm asking for the board to do whatever is within their power to make sure that this can't happen. I'm also saying that as a community, I hope we're going to do whatever we can as voters, if that's where this goes. But I think that this is so far outside the norm that people really need to be paying attention to this, because the potential for abuse is staggering, frankly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Dennis Grant.
Hello again. PEMDAS. What those kids showed earlier was that they are the parentheses, all right? They are and will and remain our focus. That's why we're here. PEMDAS. If you didn't know it, I'm sure you know it now. But I'd like to talk another way about our children, about the kind of leadership they deserve on the school board. There's an old lesson from nature. A rigid tree snaps in a raging storm, but the pliant tree bends in the rain and survives. Our children are growing up in a world that you know that is constantly shifting academically, socially, and emotionally. They need a school system that can respond, adjust, and adapt. They need leadership and policies that listens, learns, and evolves. Because when systems become rigid, when positions harden, when communication shuts down, when fists close instead of ears opening, that's when things begin to break. And the truth is, our children don't have the luxury of waiting for adults to get it right. That need adults, not buffoons, in the room. They are living the consequences of our decisions every single day through every single vote that's here. We are in a season where school board campaigns are approaching. There will be candidates with ideas, opinions, visions for this district, and that's a good thing. Debate is healthy. Differences are natural, but opinion should never outweigh purpose, and purpose should always be rooted in partnership. Partnership with parents, partnership with educators, partnership with the community, and most importantly, partnership for the pupils. If your purpose does not align with the true partnership for our students, then I respectfully say it's time to recalculate during your campaigns. Because this is not about individual agendas. This is about collective responsibility for our district. The city of Newburgh is known as a tree city, and that means something. It really does. It means that we understand growth. We understand growth, we understand roots, and we understand resilience. But if rigid trees from all sides continue to stand unmoved, closed off to understanding, operating with closed fists instead of open ears, then we as stakeholders will have to step in. And we will remove the noise, not out of anger, but out of necessity. Not to divide, but to produce better outcomes for our scholars. Because our children deserve outcomes, not excuses. They deserve progress, not posturing. They deserve unity, not division. So today, I'm asking the board and every future candidate, be the pliant tree. Come willing to bend, to listen, to grow. Come with open ears, not closed fists. Come ready to partner, not posture. Because when we do that, when we truly align around our scholars, not only will we survive the storm, we will build something even strong enough to go beyond it. And that's invaluable go backs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Tracy Wallace.
I'm speaking as a community member, not as a representative of my employer or any committee that I'm on. At the last meeting, we discussed the budget and the importance of having adequate staffing to help address well-documented concerns and support students with disabilities in receiving education and services they are entitled to. I'm formally requesting that the district provide a comprehensive report and public presentation at the next board meeting on the following critical data points. Impartial hearing officer decisions. What are the outcomes of recent hearings, specifically the overturned officer decisions? What trends are we seeing and what correct actions are being taken to improve compliance and student outcomes? Manifestation determination reviews. How often are MDRs being conducted? What are the outcomes? And are we seeing patterns related to discipline and disability? This is essential to ensure students with disabilities are not being disproportionately disciplined. AIS, academic intervention services versus behavioral intervention services. Are the same committees determining the academic intervention services also making decisions about behavioral supports? If so, how is the district ensuring that behavioral needs are being addressed by appropriately trained professionals and not being overlooked or misclassified? Current placement data. I'm requesting detailed data on the student placements, including in-district versus out-of-district placements, the type of classrooms and supports currently available, staffing levels and specialized services, and importantly, what is currently lacking needs and gaps analysis. What supports programs or resources are needed to improve district placement so students can remain in their community and receive appropriate services? What is the district's plan to reduce reliance on out-of-district placement and strengthen internal capacity? Opportunities for community partnership. What data can be shared publicly so that community organizations, families, and advocates can partner with the district to support solutions? Transparency is key if we want meaningful collaboration. The reason why I'm asking for this is because I believe that the district is doing the best they can, but I also believe in collaboration. I believe we should not be working in silos. I truly believe that with this data, people from the public and other districts and other places can see the need and can see, maybe they will apply and they're not seeing it from other places and other ways. So I know it sounds like I'm asking for a lot, and I am asking for a lot because I think that transparency is important and collaboration is really important. I also didn't add MTSS. I think MTSS, I'm very interested in the tools that are being used. And so MTSS is, for those that don't know, it's a tool where it's a team that works on academic intervention support and behavioral intervention support. And with that is, teachers, the first step is what are the teachers providing for support? And then the team gets together, and so I just really don't hear a lot of behavioral intervention supports. And I think that it's important that we really look for tools. And of course, I want to support the district in helping with those tools and helping how can we be helpful in researching and helping tools to assess with behavioral intervention support. I do want to talk about the policy on board member qualifications. I'm going to be really just honest here. There were 5 board members who abstained from a qualified individual who the people voted that deserves to be on this board. And they abstained from her she's qualified to work with students with exceptional learners. And how I know this is because her resume qualifies, she qualified to work with exceptional learners. We see burnouts, we see people quitting all the time. There are a lot of situations where we really need strong people in our district to come here and that apply here and that understand the circumstances. And we had someone that qualified, that 5 people that were family members clearly abstained. And so if you have family members that have a clear intent that cannot separate their own bias from voting, that is a problem. And that needs to be recognized. And I understand, I know I'm going to get a lot of heat from this, from all everywhere, and that's fine. I don't mind it because we have to vote for the people that are going to vote on things that the kids actually need and separate their bias. And if they do get voted in, because the people will, and if they voted in a qualified individual that is sitting here at this board, then those same people need to go out and vote for the people that they want on this board that's going to vote for the right things for these kids. Because we can't sit here and be political anymore. It's not about politics, it's about the kids. So those who are listening, I know I'm going to get heat for this, and that's fine. You can go and run, and that's fine. However, if you can't sit here and learn, at least from the last time that was abstained vote, to separate your biases from what we actually need, that's a problem. So I encourage people to vote for the right people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace.
There's nobody else signed up to speak on non-agenda items. If you would like to address the board on non-agenda items, please come to the microphone.
Good evening. Enene Williams, City of Newburgh. I wanted to raise something that I think deserves an open conversation in our Newburgh and Large City School District community. The question of whether it's a good idea for family members to serve on the school board at the same time. While state law prohibits family members in the same household from serving on school boards, our district could soon have 2 families sitting in 5 of 9 seats again. I want to be clear that this isn't about questioning anyone's character or dedication. The issue is structural. When relatives serve together on a governing body, it creates a built-in appearance of a conflict of interest. And in public institutions, perception matters almost as much as reality. Community members may reasonably wonder whether votes are being cast independently or whether family loyalty is influencing decisions behind the scenes. There's also the matter of groupthink. Family members are likely to share similar values, priorities, and worldviews. A school board benefits from a diversity of perspectives. And when two or more seats are held by relatives, that diversity is naturally reduced. Robust debate and independent deliberation, cornerstones of effective governance, may suffer as a result. One of the greatest strengths of a multi-member board is that different people bring different viewpoints to the table. We need a school board that reflects the community that it serves. When one or two families control the board, it leaves others in the community unrepresented. Beyond that, there are practical concerns. What happens when the board votes on something that touches the family's personal interests? How do other board members navigate disagreements with a pair of relatives who may present a united front? These dynamics can make an already challenging role even harder. Most ethics guidelines for public boards and many state laws either discourage or outright prohibit this kind of arrangement exactly for these reasons. Even if it's currently allowed and advisable aren't the same thing. One would hope individuals from the same family would take these concerns seriously and avoid this clear potential conflict. But as we are seeing now and have seen in the recent past, we cannot rely on some individuals' good judgment alone. I'd love to see our board adopt a clear policy on this. Our students, families, and educators deserve governance they can fully trust. I'm asking our board to adopt a policy that prohibits family members from serving together, regardless of their place of residence, to protect the independence and credibility of our school governance. The community deserves a board that is and is seen to be fully accountable to all students and the families that they serve.
Thank you.
If you'd like to address the board on non-agenda items, please come to the microphone.
Good evening, Jeff Woody, Newburgh. So last year, if we'll be honest, the board meetings were very chaotic and disorderly. I'd like to commend the current board for the more professional environment that has been presented to the community, even though you don't always agree. That's understandable, though. Last year, the community approved the budget that was presented to them, but then the acting superintendent made the decision to abolish some positions and create new ones with higher salaries for those positions, which left the district in a position where it had to scramble to find ways to supplement these salaries. I'm certain that this created scenarios where monies had to be moved from one budget line to another, causing a deficit in those departments which impacted the students. And I'm saying this because after successfully managing my own business for 25 years, I understand what happens when you move money from one budget line to another budget line. Something somewhere goes lacking. Since the superintendent has returned, things appear to be on track. I'm unsure why the superintendent is being charged or blamed for the decisions that were made in her absence, things that happened when she wasn't even here. If she is found to be in error, then let's call her to task. But I think that it's unfair to place blame on the superintendent for something or things that she was not here for. So, we said last year when the board was sworn in that we were going to hold you accountable The community said that, and I think that we've been doing that. So let's continue doing the right thing for the sake of our scholars. Thank you.
Thank you.
The 30-minute timer has expired, Mr. President.
Would anybody else like to speak on non-agenda items? You have to get a motion. Second, excuse me, get a motion and a second to extend by 5 minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Bergarelli,
Yes.
Ms. Burks,
Yes.
Mr. Duray.
Yes.
Mr. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein,
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello.
Yes.
You have the floor.
I'll be very brief, Mr. President. I just want to say I appreciate everyone's comments tonight. But personally, I don't know too many families that are monolithic in their thinking. I know I certainly can't influence my niece. I mean, she has a very strong mind of her own. But so I think to make that assumption is a bit of a stretch. But at any rate, local boards cannot adopt policies that override or expand New York State education law. Eligibility for school board service is set by state statute, not by local preference, and no board has the authority to add new disqualifying criteria based on family relationships. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bello. Speaking on non-agenda items is closed. We're now moving on to Section 5, Superintendent's update.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Great to see you. I would like to take a moment to mention a memorable event that occurred right in our courtyard last week. Thanks to our Board of Education, SUNY New Paltz, and a special thanks to Mr. Ben Gawker, director of our library, we welcomed a beautiful statue, its sculptor, and Miss Barbara Allen, a sixth-generation descendant of Sojourner Truth. At a time when most people are fighting for either the end of slavery or the right for women to vote, Sojourner Truth stood up and famously pointed out that you cannot have freedom if you leave Black women behind. She didn't just speak about change, she lived it, which is a powerful reminder for our scholars as they develop their own voice, take ownership of their paths, and forge a legacy of their own. I invite everyone to take a moment and visit the Sojourner Truth First Step to Freedom statue during its time here in Newburgh. I think it's here until November, am I right? October, sorry. So please make sure that you get down. It's really beautiful. It's in the library. It is, and thank you for coming out. I think there were about 150 people who were present. It was really remarkable. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Manning. I'll take 5 too.
Yes.
Okay. We have a resolution 5.2, resolution to approve acting principal appointments. Get a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second discussion on 5.2.
Ms. Burks,
Yes.
Mr. Duray.
Yes.
Mr. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein.
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello,
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli.
Yes.
Thank you. We're at item 6, Board President, 6.1, Board Member, Community Activity. This will probably be the last one for the year, but this one goes from March 10th to April 20th. And as a board, we've been very proud to do this and share this with the community. A reminder, the Goldback community, we will educate and empower our students to build their futures and support their community, creating voice, choice, and opportunity for impacting the future of old Goldbacks. They're just words on a page, but the words came to life tonight. Believe it with your eyes, what you're seeing. Believe the students that we saw tonight. Believe their scholastic accomplishment, their athletic accomplishment. That's not easy. They're part of it, The coaches are part of it. The teachers are part of it. The administration, it's a team that works every single day to make sure that vision and that mission is accomplished. And I can tell you, as we go through this, I get to see a lot. I get to invited to meetings. I get to see how educators work. A lot of it's new to me, but some of the things that are out there about how people behave or their work habits, that's not true. These people work extremely hard to deliver what you saw tonight. All right, we have exceptional people. The kids who are here tonight, yes, they're a fraction of our kids. We have great students, a great staff, and again, a very great district. Why trustee engagement matters. Board decisions are stronger when trustees see our schools in action. It's so easy to sit around the table and say yes, no, whatever. But when you go see what you voted on, see what people are doing, get feedback, it's very important. Regular presence at school programs and community events keeps trustees connected to the people we serve. We were elected by the people we serve. We are the conduit between the community and the district. So when I mention community events, that doesn't necessarily mean a scholastic event, things that happen within our community. Direct observation of classrooms and student programs provides valuable perspective for board discussions. An example, I was invited to go see a reading program. So again, it's easy to vote on a reading program or vote against a reading program. It's very different to sit with a teacher and a group of kids and see how the reading program is working. Visible engagement by trustees helps build trust between the district and the community. I so firmly believe that, and I know it. People on the board know it. When you go to the events, people thank you. Thank you for being here. We haven't seen you before. It's important. Board service includes engagement beyond required meetings, such as school visits, student programs, community events. That's a personal choice. If you be elected to the board, you could choose however you want to participate. My belief, and I know the belief of so many other people around me tonight, is get out and do something a little extra. So what have we done since the last time? We went to a great play, Matilda, the spring play, absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen the pictures of the NFA main locker room, people worked very, very hard. The project came in beautiful. We went locally to get graphics, apparently on the last day of the opening, but just a wonderful place for our students. It's just amazing. NFA Main Books and Breakfast, a really fun event. You know, somebody's playing guitar, the students are serving, ROTC is there. Again, a great community event. Fostertown School Play, Snow White. If you ever get a chance, go to Fostertown for a play. It's quite fantastic. Math Escape Room, that was mentioned earlier tonight, but what a great way to have fun with kids. GAM's 21st Century Showcase event, NFA Black History Month celebration at NFA Main, North Black History Month celebration. And the little symbol at the end means there's more than one trustee there. School athletics and school spirit, varsity track meets, varsity softball. Multiple trustees went to the boys basketball award banquet, which is always nice. Student mentoring and leadership support, Mr. Howard's page here, but South Middle Bros MBK New York City escape room trip, Lower Hudson Valley MBK symposium, that was today. Weekly meetings with the NFA West cohort of boys, weekly meetings with 8th graders, weekly meetings with cohort of 6th graders. Mr. Howard, I know you're going to tell me I forgot the trip to Albany, and I did, but Mr. Howard also took a trip to Albany for help me out, finish the sentence. It's the DEI.
It was the New York State School Boards Association Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee.
Right. So Mr. Howard's been busy. Board and district governance, BOE meeting, personnel committee meetings, another BOE meeting, policy meetings, board meetings, agenda setting. District operations, program oversight, we had since the last time we spoke, 2 strategic planning meetings, Newburgh Teacher Center Professional Board meeting. Superintendent had another NFA Main Community Conversations. If you haven't been to one, get to one. There are very few school districts that I'm looking at where you get the opportunity to sit in a classroom, with the superintendent and the cabinet, some board members, as a member of the community, and ask whatever you like. And the answer may not be in the room, but the answer will come to you. So it's just a great forum. A call to action, community discussion. This continues. The purpose is multi-purpose, but how do we find activities for our kids? A kid who's involved in positive activities is really a positive thing. NTCB meeting, PB meeting, steering committee meeting for CTE, community planning discussion. All these things are going on at the same time, actually. Community engagement. This is a little off campus, but Kiwanis Breakfast, we have a great relationship with the Kiwanis. They helped us with the swimming donations. South Middle School community meeting for receivership, Kiwanis dinner, Woman of Newburgh Leadership Conference, Harvey Brown Easter egg hunt, Mullins Apartments Easter egg hunts. The next one, if you've never been to the Hudson Valley Honor Flight, it is fantastic to go to. It goes out of Stewart twice a year. It's not easy to find in terms of advertisement, but it's a great event. But one of the reasons to go was our ROTC was there, and I'm biased. There was 4 other ROTCs there. We were the best. We had the sharpest looking kids there, and they have great leadership. And Dr. Manning already mentioned the Sojourner Truth statue unveiling. So many of the community people were out there, and it started out a little warm that night, but it turned out to be a beautiful evening and just a great celebration. If you have a chance, go into the library. You can't miss the statue. You can't miss a little blurb about what this woman accomplished in her lifetime, which is just amazing for the time she lived and where she started and the influence she had across the country. District Reading Initiative continues, 5 visits, 5 schools, and trustees participating in community engagement. Again, this is voluntary, but that's where I got submittals from. So that was the last one for the year. It's been fun to explain to the public what we've been up to, so thank you.
Good job.
Go ahead, Mr. Howard, please.
So Mr. President, I think I would be remiss if I didn't share a side story. So we were at the Sojourner Truth unveiling of the event, and I'm going to talk to the 2 people, but the assemblyman and our local mayor, they both were speaking on the accomplishments, some of the things that Sojourner Truth did in her lifetime. And I'm really mentioning this because it's a testament to what we do with our children in our school district and how we're engaging them in study and learning. So I'm sitting next to a 4th grader, and they made a statement as they were giving their presentation, and the 2 individuals were fact-checked by a 4th grader. I'm sitting there like, I said, what? She said, that's not right. That's not accurate. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to go into it, but she was like, that's not true. I was like, really? Because I didn't even, because I've heard it before, but I went on my phone and went to Google quick, and I fact-checked it, and I said, you know what, young lady, you're correct. I got to tell this to our assemblyman and our mayor that they were fact-checked by a 4th grader. I had to share that. That was so funny.
Thanks, Mr. Howard. Mr. Levinstein, please.
So, Mr. President, I would appreciate just a couple of minutes to talk about, expand on what you just were talking about, and then I have a question at the end. So, I've been on this board, on and off. Over the last 15 years, I've been on the board 10 years. So, I've been here, I've seen a lot. I was here when money was flowing into school districts, and I was here when the state turned off the spigot for money. So I've seen a lot, and there's been a lot of changes. But I want to talk to you about this list that you presented. So there's 50 different items, 50 different events on here. Summer at night, some are during the day, some are on weekends. But it's places that board members should go to see what's going on in the school. You know, it's something that we need to do, not just want to do. We didn't run just to be, to stick our head in the classroom and see what goes on. We need to do it. So, and I'm gonna say one story that I tell, and like Mr. Howard said, and it's an example of what you need to do as a trustee. And I remember when I first got on, I got invited to, it was either second or third grade recorder concert, okay, where they start. So I accepted the invitation, and it was very interesting, and it's like beginner orchestra or whatever. So it was a recorder concert, but you know what? The smiles on those parents' faces there. I did have to cover my ears a little, but the smile on the parents' faces was what it's all about, okay? And so we need to be there in the buildings. We need to be there at the events to understand. Then parents come talk to us, teachers come talk to us, administrators, and they see us in a different light than standing here and Xing out a program or, something like that. So I appreciate that. But I'm gonna ask you this question, Mr. President. Over the past few months, it's been, with 50 events here that many people go to, it's 6 board members that are going to this. I want to make sure that that's correct. It's not some kind of mistake where we have board members that don't go to these. So that's my question, Mr. President.
All right, well, the answer is the process to submit is I generally send, not generally, I always send out an email to the entire board the week before, please submit. And for people that want to submit things, you'll end up being part of the presentation. So I can't guarantee that no one's done something. I can only guarantee if you tell me that it'll be part of the presentation.
Thank you.
So moved.
Second.
First of all, this is one vote for both policies?
That's correct.
Okay, so discussion for both. Okay, so on policy 6245, this is a policy that was required by the comptroller's office to have some changes. And structurally, the policy is aligned with what the comptroller expects. But the comptroller also listed that it wanted evidence that the board is actively monitoring fund balance reserves. And that is not contained in this, because in this policy requires annual evaluation of reserves, which isn't really consistent with the ongoing oversight that the comptroller demands from trustees. I mean, I don't know. I think that we should probably have something more like, rather than require annual evaluation of reserves, something at the very least quarterly, so that we can see these, we can see the circumstances in real time.
We could put that into a resolution, but that's not the policy. But we could make a policy of when our expectation for reviewing the fund reserves is, but that's not the resolution this evening.
Okay, and also on policy 1900, different discussion.
1950 or 1900?
Well, 6.2, the family one.
Okay,
Okay, it's 1,900.
okay.
So I noticed that Best Resource Center was removed from the list of community partners. And since this policy is about coordination with community agencies, I'd like to understand the rationale for removing this particular organization and what criteria were used to decide which partners remain listed, and is the district still coordinating with Best Resource Center in any capacity? So just to be clear, were they removed based on a specific policy criterion? Or was this an administrative decision?
We're advised by counsel not to respond to that question because there is an active litigation.
Well, I'd like the record to reflect that no criteria were provided. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bello. Any further discussion on 6.2? Yes, sir.
Roll call, Mr. DeRay.
Yes.
Mr. Howard.
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein.
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello.
No.
Mr. Bergarelli.
Yes.
Ms. Burks.
Yes.
That item passes.
All right, before we get to student board member, Tina Wang, I know where she is. When we talk about our students and all the good things, Tina Wang is exceptional. She's an exceptional student. I got her profile today from her advisor. But more special than that, Tina has been accepted to Harvard University. We are very proud of you. All right, now follow that.
Thank you so much for that. I'm genuinely very, very appreciative. And, you know, I'm a product of our schools, so a huge contribution and part of why I believe I got in was because of my background and the resources that Newburgh was able to provide to me and the experiences and the culture that I was able to put into my application and show Harvard, like, this is what our school is about and what it's for. So thank you again, everyone. And thank you to our school district. Yes. Okay, and now moving on to my presentation. The update I prepared for tonight should give you an idea of what students are up to as the end of the school year approaches, bringing both loads of fun activities and loads of responsibilities to tie loose ends before a clean slate in the fall. Next slide, please. Okay. So we're looking at about less than 40 school days left, not counting Regents Week. So let's look at how our students, staff, and school organizations are working to make them count. Next slide, please. So I don't know if you're aware, but we are currently in the middle of the second round of Senior Assassin, initiated and managed exclusively by our students. No teachers, administrators, or staff was a part of this. Students started this on their own volition, and have managed and monitored it the whole time. Just like with our decisions page and other social media platforms, I actually prepared a video submitted by our own Jamades, where she stakes someone out to get her target. Just to give you an idea of what the game has been like, I believe if you go to the next slide, it'll play, but if not, you can tap the video. It's in the previous slide, I'm sorry. Should be a video.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, you need access.
Ah, I see. Is there any way for me to do that in real time or no? Okay, never mind. Sorry. I got your hopes up.
Go back to your
To my computer? Right there. Oh wait, you have to put the Wi-Fi on first.
This is the video, right?
Yes, just give me one second, because the Wi-Fi is like on and off here.
Yeah, pick it up my daughter. So I'm just gonna share it with you.
I just have to connect that. Okay, I'm supposed to keep talking to keep you guys entertained.
Tell them that I said that.
I was not supposed to do that, sorry.
do that either.
Okay. Hi. Anyways, we added a new rule that you can use water bottles to get each other out, and mostly water guns. You could use buckets. Yes, I did do that. Yeah, very excited. Should be your guys' win too. You don't know it yet, but you did help me get in. This should be fine.
You gotta sign it.
Oh, no, it's linked. It's tricky. You have to like, and then, get into slides. Hold on. So, okay. I have to log into my school account. Okay.
You're there, right?
I don't know if this will be the same one.
Building anticipation.
Well, now I'm worried that the video won't be worth the time. Yeah.
Pressure. Let's try it.
Oh, I actually do have an anecdote. So recently I went to Albany to shadow the senator, our district senator. Technically not ours because Newburgh was recently cut out from it, but Senator Skoufis. I got to go to the Capitol and shadow and see all the senators, do their work and all the lobbyists. And I noticed that a lot of what we're doing here at the board is very similar to what the senator is doing in his office, meeting with relevant organizations and groups, meeting to vote on policies, things like that. So I actually didn't feel too out of place or have things go over my head because actually being here has kind of prepared me. So for any students who are watching and are interested in running for an executive board position, it's a very, very valuable, and I think it's a really great opportunity to try for. So yes. Thank you.
You have a different version. Yours is wrong. You have a different version. Now, you know what? Now you can't leave yet till we see the video.
Oh, I wasn't planning that.
You have the version of it. So you're, yeah, so you, right, I'm editing her access, but you actually have it.
What does that mean?
It's not gonna go.
Should I accept his request on
Yes,
email?
yes, accept.
Okay.
There you
There we go. That's it, Anthony French.
Okay.
There we go.
Yay.
I know it's gonna be worth it.
This is Jermaine's. Oh, she was so excited. Okay. Recently, our prom theme was revealed to be Tale as Old as Time, which coincidentally warrants navy and gold decorations. Wait, that doesn't align with what I'm putting up on the slide. What's happening? Yes. Okay. And is scheduled for June 5th at the Villa Borghese. Along with creating a theme, seniors in the prom committee have taken the lead in organizing decorations, food options, and entertainment. The community can also get involved in making sure prom night is special through donating to the NFA Bodega, which is partnering with the Alpha Gamma Eta Omega chapter to provide dresses, accessories, suits, and shoes to our students at a budget. Okay, next slide, please. Oh, quick anecdote on the previous one, sorry. Looking forward, the Student Council is organizing the annual Boys Peach Fuzz game along with the Spring Pep Rally and Senior Spirit Week, which has yet to be revealed. Okay, now I'm on the right slide. Okay. Last week, the library department suggested the entire district stop everything and read for Drop Everything and Read Day. Curriculum and instruction took it a step further by purchasing a book for every student in the district to help promote literacy. Shown in the photo are students working the book giveaway, which I believe Dr. Manning Campbell got to attend. Next slide, please. Here are some updates from the arts department. Photography, AP Art, ceramics, and Viscom students are taking a trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City to observe works up close. Student work will similarly be displayed towards the end of the year with exhibitions both in school at the Blacksbach Theater and out of school with the Ritz Theater's annual student art shows. The Colonnade, NFA's literary and fine arts magazine since the 30s, is expected to publish and distribute their annual compilation of student works for free. Next slide, please. Here are some updates from West. Leading up to spring break, West celebrated Kindness Week to encourage kindness to oneself, others, and the world beyond the school walls. Student ambassadors were appointed to facilitate activities, actively leading the youth kindness revolution. West continues to provide opportunities to hear from guest speakers through inviting Mr. Devon Lonson, a former D1 basketball player and current director at Parisi Speed School, to be part of the school's 10 years of Poetry Slam tradition. And at the bottom, Miss Kylene D'Alfonso, who is my connection to West and keeps me updated, told me to include this message from her. Congrats on being admitted to Harvard, you amazing young woman, you. Thank you, Miss Kylene. You're the best. Next slide, please. On that note, thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you in either May or June for the last updates of the school year. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Tina.
Mr. Durant.
All right, yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Howard.
Just a point of clarification. When you said the donations, because I want people to make sure when they make the donations for the prom dress and everything, that was the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, I read the name of the chapter, but yes, that's the main sorority. The chapter that we're working with is...
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, clerk of the board.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the approval of the April 7th, 2026 minutes.
Thank you. Get a motion and a second
So
on
moved.
accepting the minutes? Second. Go ahead, sir.
Roll call, Mr. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Levenstein,
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello,
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli,
Yes.
Ms. Burks,
Yes.
Mr. Duray.
Yes.
There's still time to run for the board if you're interested. Candidate packets are due on Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, by 5 o'clock. That concludes my items, Mr. President.
Thanks, Mr. McCoy. Moving on to Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources. Good evening, Ms. Holder.
Good evening, Mr. President. I have items 9.1 to 9.10 on consent for your consideration.
Thank you. Would anybody like to separate out any item? Get a motion and a second on 9.1 to 9.10? Second. Thank you. Discussion on any item? Mr. Levenstein?
Ms. Holder, is the following an accurate description of the Human Resources agenda being presented tonight? HR agenda items A through H includes appointment, change of statuses, retirements, leave of absences, and end of assignments. Execute an agreement in lieu of appointment to probation to someone who holds a transitional A certification. Approve a one-year reduction in tenure for certain employees who have received tenure in another district or in another tenure area. Approve a probation extension agreement. Rescind voluntary Wilson Reading Systems Level 1 appointments. Approve the following: Empire After School Program appointments supported by Empire State After School Project Grant, Neon Nights Program appointments supported by Empire and 21st Century Grant, Friday Night Lights and After School Enrichment supported by Empire and 21st Century Grants, HOH Unlimited Program appointments, and Newburgh After School Homework Help. Ms. Holder, is this correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Levenstein. Any further discussion on 9.1 to 9.10?
Mr. Levenstein,
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello,
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli,
Yes.
Ms. Burks,
Yes.
Mr. Duray,
Yes.
Mr. Howard.
Thank you. We're at item 10, Assistant Superintendent of Finance. Ms. Roaring is not with us this evening. Ms. Peterson will present.
So for tonight, the Assistant Superintendent of Finance has 10.1 through 10.15 for consent.
Thank you. Would anybody like to separate out any of these items? Ms. Bello?
10.1 and 10.2.
10.1 and 10.2. Okay. Okay, so that leaves us with 10.1 to 10.15 minus 10.1 and 10.2. Got a motion and a second on those.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. Any discussion on 10.3 through 10.15? Yes, sir.
Roll call, Ms. Christine Bello?
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 10.1, get a motion and a second, please.
Motion.
Second. Second. Thank you. Discussion on 10.1. Ms. Bello.
Yes. All right, this treasurer's report is, the state comptroller requires the board to review a complete documented monthly reconciliation, not just a summary. And what we've been receiving are summaries. And the comptroller recommends that trustees be provided with the bank balances, the book balances, the outstanding checks, deposits in transit and adjustments, and the reconciliation tying it all together. So we really can't verify any of this information without seeing the supporting documentation. So I can't support this.
Thank you, Ms. Bello. Any further discussion on 10.1? Call, please.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello?
No.
Thank you. We're at item 10.2. Get a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Discussion on 10.2. Ms. Bello?
Yeah, I was looking at the chart that we received. This is for the corrective action plan for the comptroller? Did you need to?
I'm sorry. Being advised that's not discussed on the floor.
The corrective action plan?
The detail of the correction action plan.
This is going to be submitted to the comptroller?
Ms. Bello, did you receive this on Friday? Did you not see it? We can't come on the floor and ask these questions. We're not prepared. And I know you're going to tell me that when you ask questions, we don't respond. Sometimes it's best for us to respond in public so that we can all hear that I did respond to you. But these questions are things that are confidential and for the Board of Ed only. So if you had those questions, you should ask when you receive this on Friday. It's really not good practice to come on the floor and ask these questions, and then it appears as if we don't want to respond to you.
Oh, well, I was following the precedent set by the president. You know, I have sent emails with questions. I don't get the answers. You say you want to wait until the meeting to give me the answers, so that is why.
I understand that,
Okay, no problem.
But you didn't send these questions, so I understand that, and I prefer that you do that. Just give us a heads up, and I think Mr. Levinstein told you that before. But good board practice indicates, right, like Board Member 101, we come on the floor, we don't try to, we want to make sure that we get correct information out there. So if you truly have a question that you want to get out, then give us the professional courtesy to have the information for you.
If I could add to that, we also have executive session prior to all of this, and generally I ask, does anybody have anything before we go out on the floor?
If this is a response that you're going to give to the state comptroller's office in response to the audit and their recommendations, it's to say that you followed the recommendations, or so you say. I don't understand what's confidential
It
about
says
that.
executive content right on it.
Where?
Read the agenda.
All right, before we get into that, is there any further discussion on this item, on 10.2? Sir.
Roll call, Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello?
No.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
That item passes.
All right, we're at item 11, Assistant Superintendent, CIO, DPO, Mr. McGrath, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. President. For the board's consideration on consent, I have items 11.1 through 11.3.
Thank you. Would anybody like to separate out any of these items? Discussion on any of these items? Well, can I get a motion and a second on 11.1 to 11.3 then?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion on any item? Sir. Oh, Mark, I'm sorry.
I just want to clarify what the superintendent said in relation to asking questions. And I do, at times, ask for an answer for something that's on the agenda, and I don't receive an answer, but I do know that if I bring that question up in a public setting, that there will be an answer. Someone has researched it and gotten it. So yes, I won't always hold my breath and wait for the answer, but I know that if I ask it on the floor here, I would get an answer well thought out. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Yes, sir.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello?
No.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Thank you. This concludes my items.
Thank you, Mr. McGrath. We are at Assistant Superintendent, CNI, Dr. Soto.
Good evening, Mr. President. Our division presents agenda items 12.1, 12.2, and 12.3 for the board's consideration on consent.
Thank you. Would anybody like to separate out any item? No. Get a motion and a second on 12.1 to 12.3.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion on 12.1, 12.3? That's sir.
Mr. Howard?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. I just wanted to bring it up again. I know it was brought up earlier in the day that we're, on this particular 12.3, we're accepting a donation from United Brain and the Kiwanis Club to help us with the project. I know it was said earlier, but this is the item that it's attached to, and so I just wanted to make that known and thank them for their support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Levinstein. Any further discussion on 12.1 to 12.3?
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello?
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes our items for this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Soto. Item 13, Assistant Superintendent of Exceptional Learners, Ms. McKitty Bromley. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. President. The Division for Exceptional Learners has two items for your consent, 13.1 and 13.2.
Thank you. Would anybody like to separate out either item? Then could I get a motion and a second on 13.1 and 13.2?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion on either item? That's it.
Mr. Levinstein?
Yes.
Ms. Christine Bello?
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli?
Yes.
Ms. Burks?
Yes.
Mr. Duray?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Thank you. We're at item 15.
Thank you.
Adjourn the meeting. Get a motion and a second?
So move.
Second.
Ms. Christine Bello,
Yes.
Mr. Bergarelli,
Bless you, yes.
Ms. Burks,
Yes.
Mr. Duray.
Yes.
Mr. Howard, Mr. Levinstein.